Hello and welcome back to the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game Rise of the Runelords playthrough extravaganza Pepisode 10? I think it's 10. It'll be in the description anyway. It's been a little while, so kind of forget what's going on just a little bit. Thankfully, thanks to some viewer suggestions, I know whose turn it was because this card was on top, which means that was the last turn. So it's actually going to go back to Kyra's turn. Now, thing is, Kyra's hand is a little low, but that's because Kyra used some blessings and spells last turn. But the thing is, somebody pointed out, no wonder the game had been so difficult for me. I'd been playing with a 4-card hand. So I'm going to draw up that 5th card. And both of these two were I believe at the Catacombs of Wrath. It doesn't really matter right now because I'm going to be moving them to the Village House, which was another viewer suggestion. So we're going to try the Village House out, see if we can defeat it, see if we can handle the trouble in Sandpoint. We haven't encountered a Wrathful Sinspawn henchman yet, so fingers crossed on that. We are probably just about halfway through the time. We've got quite a bit of injury going on. Speaking of which, Kyra's not even going to explore the Village House. She's going to discard a blessing to heal 1d4 plus 1. That is a 3. So that's healing 4. That's not bad at all. We encountered a lot of things that we essentially just couldn't beat. I shouldn't... guess I shouldn't shuffle those face up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are going to get shuffled, and then this is going to be discarded. Okay. And then that'll end my turn, because I don't want to discard my saber-toothed tiger to just keep going. That doesn't really make sense. So 1, 2, 3. Well, whatever. It's fine. All right. And Blessing of Cholesterol. And Valeros is going to join Kyra at the Village House. Now let's see. An ally. We can actually recharge a card to automatically acquire the ally. But this ally probably wouldn't be too hard for us anyway. We get a d6 plus 2 on the charisma. You know what? I have an extra weapon, so sure. I'll recharge a weapon to get this ally for free. I don't think I need this ally particularly much, so I'm actually going to discard the ally in order to go again. Another ally. This one's interesting. I guess I'll recharge a card again? This seems weird to recharge my weapon. Yeah, I shouldn't. And I don't really want to recharge blessings, but you know what? This one is Constitution, and that one's strength-based combat. So I'll recharge Constitution to get this, and then sure, I'll go again. Ha! Ooh. This is a really good spell. Okay, what is my wisdom? It's not my d4, is it? Of course it's my d4. And is this blessing for wisdom? Non-combat dexterity. So I need to get to 8. This spell is really good. I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to use a blessing from both. I know we tried this before on the Masterwork tools, and it didn't work out so well. But I really, really want this to happen. So we get 3d4 in order to get to an 8. All right. Believe in me. I don't know where my other d4 is, so I'm going to roll 2 for now. Okay, so I got a total of 1, 2, 3. So now no matter what I roll, I fail. Well, let's just see. No, I rolled another 1, of course. Okay, well, that's me wasting a bunch of blessings to fail anyway. Again. Ooh, this is rough. Okay, now I'm going to draw up. But so far, good suggestion. This location isn't beating the heck out of me. Over to Kyra. Regular Blessing of the Gods. Before I go, I'm going to cure Valeros. Just in case I run into something that... Oh, I rolled a 4 again. That's good. So that means 5 of Valeros's cards are coming back. I figured just in case I happen to run into something that's going to stomp me into the ground and make me lose my whole hand, it's nice to have the cure already go off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ka-dunk. So much shuffling. I might as well call this Watch Pep Shuffle. Ooh. Okay, now it's time to do the encounter. Of course I run into... But you know what? It's undead, which is handy. So I can recharge... I don't even need to recharge that because I get my regular strength, so a d6 plus a total of 3. Plus I get an extra d8 because it's undead. So that's pretty good. And then I also get an extra d4 for Valeros. So that should be enough to beat 8. Oh my god. Oh yeah, because I have bonuses. That's 5, 6, 7 plus 3. Yeah, that's enough. My heart just kind of dropped for a second. Like, really? Did I really just fail that? Oh, I also forgot to see if Cure got shuffled back in. It did not. Goodbye, Cure. Okay. Valeros is going to draw up. This time I'm going to remember. I really just can't get to my weapon, though. It's just impossible at this point, apparently. And we're going to go to Valeros. Blessing of Gorham. That's unfortunate because he used that last round. But let's see. Oh, he's got a new blessing. Constitution 4. He's got a D8 for Constitution. That's good enough. I'll just see if I get it. Oh! Whenever I just randomly try to see if I get something, I roll almost max. But if I put every amount of effort I can into something, then I roll 1s and 2s. So, that's good. That's another blessing. I'm just going to use this blessing to go again, because this one isn't so good. Ah, there we go. The Wrathful Sin Spawn. Okay. So before, I have to succeed at a Wisdom 6 check. No, I'd rather not. Or my difficulty is increased by 1. So it's actually a 10. But Valeros is just a combat monster. So we've got 2d4 plus a d10 plus 4. 2d4, a d10 plus 4. That alone should be easily enough to get 10. I'm not going to worry about trying to do other stuff. Oh yeah, there we go. That's, yeah. Those are max on, or almost max on 2 of those. But we defeated a Wrathful Sinspawn henchman, which means I need to roll a d6. And if I roll a 1, bad stuff happens, but I didn't. So now, I can just banish a card from my hand. Ooh, those are rough choices. Now I wish I used the blessings in the other order. I'll banish this blessing. So that blessing is gone, but this location is closed. And Valeros closed it, which means we get to look at what was in here. Just stuff. Nothing particularly amazing. Good. Good. We closed the location. Woo! That's a good feeling. Oh, that must have got shuffled in. That's funny. The hard part now is deciding where to go. I guess Cairo will come to the Shrine to Lamash to, because it's easiest to defeat. Oh, a blessing. That's easy. Except when I encounter a blessing, I'm dealt 2 points of mental damage that can't be reduced. So, as weird as this seems, I'm going to lose these two, since it can't be reduced. And I got my blessing. Yeah, there's a reasonable amount of time. No, I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna discard this blessing to go again. Hey, another blessing. Oopsie. Okay, I'll discard these two. I don't automatically get this blessing either. Yeah, I do. Divine 5. And my divine is a d12 plus 3. Oh, no. I could roll a 1. I didn't. So I got that blessing, and now I will end my turn. Blessing, a mace. Oh, it happened. I got my weapon. Okay, now the difficult part is, should Valeros come here? It might be best to keep these two together, but against my better judgment, Valeros is going to come back to the catacombs where I know bad stuff is lurking. Oh, Kyra's almost dead. Okay, Valeros, you got Blessing of Pharasma and a Holy Candle. Ooh, I can't get this. It's way too difficult, so I'm just going to toss it, and yeah, I'll discard the toad to go again. Yeah, there we go. I should have known that would happen. Siren. So it's a wisdom of an 8. And I could do a wisdom 7 check to evade it. Now it's weird. Because if I fail the wisdom 7 check, like I'd have to use a blessing just to try to succeed on that wisdom check. And then if I do it, or if I fail it, I then have to use another blessing to try to face this. So I'm gonna use a blessing because I don't want to automatically fail. And I'm gonna hope for luck. I'm gonna roll 2d4, because that's my wisdom. And I'm gonna hope. Just hope so hard that I roll 2 4s. I hate, there's 2 of these monsters in here. There's a siren and the satyr in there. No, that's a 1 and a 4. Okay, so I still fail. It does 3 damage to me, and what do you know? That's how many cards I have. Alright, I'll draw up. I got my weapon, some stuff, and the siren gets shuffled back in. You know, if Kyra encountered the siren, at least I'd have some amount of a chance. Oh, the siren had... Oh, I shouldn't... You didn't see anything. Siren, you have to look at the top 3 cards, discard any allies. 1, 2, 3. No allies. Then we'll shuffle them back in. I only have 4 cards left in his deck, too. Lovely. Okay. So, Kyra has a blessing of Shaylin, but is going to have to discard a blessing to heal herself. Don't really have much option here. Don't roll a 1. I got a 2. So that's 3 cards total. 1, 2, 3. Bonk. And then the blessing gets discarded. Oh, okay. I'm going to be ending my turn, so I draw up. Boop, boop. And I still only have 3 cards left, so I'm really just riding the edge here. Now we're going to go back to Valeros, and Valeros is just going to come to the shrine because I don't want to be away from Kyra anymore. I need the healing. Hey, here's a cure. I can't do a wisdom check. Stop giving me wisdom things. And that is your check to recharge a card. Okay, I'm going to lose the cure. I'm not going to try for it. We are running somewhat out of time though, so I'm going to discard the standard bear to go again. A goblin raid. Each character at an open location encounters a goblin raider henchman, and then this gets banished. Oh, those goblin raiders were pretty easy, I think. Goblin raider. Yeah, there's only a bad thing if they're undefeated. Okay, we'll do Valeros first. He's got his long sword, so that's a D8 and a D10, plus a total of +5 to get 8. So I'd have to roll 2 1s. Okay, that's a 1 and a 7. Ooh, that my heart for a moment. So he defeated that one. And over here we have a D8 plus a D6 plus a D4 and that's all +3. So again, this should... Oh yeah, look, I rolled at least 10. This die is invisible in this light. Okay, so we beat up that goblin henchman. Everything's good. Valeros is not going to go again. So draws up a weapon. And then we move back to Kyra with a Blessing of Shaylin. Now that actually is a wisdom-based one. Oh, it is a wisdom-based one. That almost makes me want to come back here just in case I run into that thing. But no, I gotta get these locations closed, get the bosses moved around. Oh yeah, I probably have to heal myself again. I really don't like spending so much time healing, but yeah, I'm going to discard Fiery Weapon to heal. And this is potentially the downside of using a healing character at all, is that you feel obligated to constantly keep yourself healthy. Whereas if you don't have it, it's just something you can't do, so you just focus on staying alive. Or in this case, I am focusing on staying alive, but maybe too much of a focus. So 3 get healed. 1 gets discarded. Gotta shuffle this again, and then draw. Ga-da! Oh, ga-da! Standard Bearer is back. Okay. Now, back to Valeros with just a regular Blessing of the Gods. Oh, give me a second here. Camera kind of dipped on me. Okay, Valeros, I believe in you. A Mystic Inscription. If defeated with an Intelligence 10, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I can add random spells from the box to my hand. It's just a regular blessing. It's not intelligence-based. You know what? Nope, I have the option of just letting it banish. Something else that players mentioned is if I run into traps that are difficult, I can just let them go. And when you're having a tough situation like this, that's probably what's best. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to see the inscription on the wall, and Valeros is just going to go, no, I don't have time for this. All right, so that's it. Valeros can't go again, and I'm not willing to discard things, so back to Kyra. Okay. Valeros is still in a situation where if he encounters something bad, he dies. Yeah, I'm going to spend a blessing in order to heal him. Where are my D4s? There it is. I'd really like to roll high this time. Nope, 2 again. Really getting those average numbers. So he's going to heal 3. One, 2, 3. Dunk. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Spending so many turns just to make sure I don't die. Okay, and Kyra will need to draw up at the end. And then we'll go back to Valeros. Valeros is basically doing this all by himself. All right, Valeros. Don't encounter a blessing. Yep. Okay, well, he'll lose Glaive and... Just realized I could have recharged this to give myself an extra D10 to beat that Mystic Inscription. Now, whatever. I'll discard a Glaive and a Burglar against my better judgment, and I get this blessing automatically. Now, there's only 2 cards left in the deck, so I'm actually going to use the blessing in order to go again. I have a good feeling it's just a cultist. So that means the last card is the henchman. Of course it is. Okay, with a lot of these, I almost feel like I automatically win, so I don't really even need to roll, but it's not true. I could actually lose. So I rolled 7, 9 total. It only is a 9, but I have bonuses, so it's dead, and Valeros will draw up. Oh, look at all that chainmail. And now we come back to Kyra. Now, could Kyra survive losing everything? No. And you know what that means? Kyra's got to spend a turn healing again. No, you know what? I don't need to, because in theory I know this is the downside of doing these in a weird order. I guess I actually already got through. I already defeated or missed defeating the henchman, I guess? I don't remember that. Now I feel like there was a henchman missing from this deck. Oh well. So it's actually a 9, and it deals 1 force damage to me. So sure, I'll lose that. And then it's going to deal a fire damage to me too, so I'll just discard the blessing ahead of time so I don't forget. But I'm going to be using the mace, so that's a d8 plus my normal d6 plus my d4 for Valeros. And all of this is plus 3. And you know what? I'll recharge this to give myself an extra d6, because I'm just going to be drawing it soon anyway. Oh yeah, that's easily enough. Just went overboard. That is dead. I have to succeed at a divine 6 check. Well, my divine is d12 plus 3, so I can't really... I don't feel right banishing a blessing, so I'm just going to roll 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. I did it! On closing, I can banish a blessing to draw a random blessing from the box. Well, I like my blessing. Yeah, I like my blessing. So I'm going to keep it. That's 2 down. That's 2 down. 2 left. Feeling pretty good. Problem is now... Oh, there's, of course, my mace was just hiding at the bottom. Again, I'm probably going to have to heal when it comes back to her turn again. Okay, so Valeros. Oh, I really don't want to go to the catacombs with Valeros. Glassworks, I guess. I mean, what are the odds I encounter, like, the... No, I'm not. I'm going to the Glassworks. Sanctuary! Oh, you can use this to evade a monster. Well, it's wisdom, so I fail. I don't care. Although, when I fail, I have to discard the top card of my deck, which is a long spear. So now Valeros could die again. Valeros could die again. Okay, back to Kyra. Kyra is going to come to Valeros, use a blessing, cure Valeros, just so that Valeros won't die. Valeros gets a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the number of cards I'm going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Valeros is feeling healthy-ish again. And then back to Valeros's actual turn. And Kyra's got to draw up. Kyra has 1 card left in deck, so really have to hope Valeros doesn't encounter something that hurts everybody. This is really easy. So combat of 9. I got my long sword, so 1d8 plus 1 plus a d10. So a total of plus 5 against this 9. And I got 5 and a 7. So that is good. That is 1 monster down. Yeah, I can't. I can't. Oh my gosh, I have... There's only 2 turns left. Okay. I'm going to lose. Yeah, I'm going to lose. But just maximum effort. I'm going to discard 3 cards so the Valeros can draw up 3 to hopefully get things that can help go faster. I didn't. And we're back to Kyra. Now, a reasonable human being would probably heal with Kyra. But the only way we win is by winning. Yeah, that did sound ridiculous. Okay, Kyra is going to go and just hope... Oh, rat swarm. That's not so bad. Use this mace. So, d8 plus a d4 because Valeros is here, plus my d6. This is getting familiar. And then this has a total of plus 3. Now, I need to get a 12 to fully beat the rat swarm. But I can't afford to mess around, so there's 12 off of just the 2 dice. So the rat swarm is gone and not forgotten. Now this is where the real risk lies. Do I go again? I think I only have 1 card left, but I think I have to. So I'm going to use a blessing to go again. A shadow. So it's undead, which is good, because that means I get a D8, another D8, a D6, plus a D4, plus a total of +3 to beat a 13. That doesn't seem bad at all. Oh, yeah, 8, 8, another 9, so I blew it out of the water, an extra 2 over there. The shadow's defeated. I can't go again, not really. So here is what's going to happen. I'm going to look at the last one, saber-toothed tiger, of course. Now, what we have is a bad situation. Valeros literally has to come here, and Valeros has to encounter the boss and win. Because this is the last turn, and we have a non-combat constitution blessing. Now, I made some mistakes in the previous game, or like in the previous run-through. So I'm going to give myself an extra shot. So if the boss isn't on the top, I'm going to put that card on the bottom and then flip the next one over. And we're just going to accept that that's okay. So let's see. Is it the boss? It's not. It's actually something that would have killed me. So we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Everybody just shh, shh. And then we're going to see if this is the boss. Oh! Yes. Okay, so beforehand, I have to summon and encounter a Wrathful Sin Spawn. So I'll have to beat this. Okay. Now, the most important thing is I have to close this location. So I need a Wisdom or Perception 6. Well, I have Wisdom +1. But just to be sure, I am going to bless that check. So I have 2d12 to close this location. That should be fine, right? That should be fine. Well, there's a 7 and a 4. So, yes. This location is temporarily closed. I'm going to just fully close it because it doesn't matter. I either win or I lose. Period. Okay. So I have my longsword and the rest of my cards don't matter. So this is the only thing we need to focus on. I have a D8 plus a D10. I'm automatically failing that check, so the Wrathful Sin Spawn is a 10. So D8, D10, plus a total of +5. So is it possible for me to still fail? Yeah, especially with the way I roll. Nope, that's an 8. That's an 8 and a 6, so I beat it by a lot. Now, nice part here is that the combat check is a 14. I can discard this to add an extra d6. So this time, I'm rolling an extra d6 on top of all this, which means it's this plus a total of +5, because remember it's a +1 longsword. This is to beat a 14. I could still lose. And if I do, I have an interesting idea. So let's roll. Oh my god. So no matter, even though I essentially cheated, sort of, in order to make this happen, 6, 7, 8, +5 is a total of, drum roll, 13. Oh, I needed a 14. So I lost. Time ran out, and I guess what happened is Aurelium captured us, took us hostage. So I'm going to have to set these characters aside, and I have an idea. There was a viewer who said they were playing along the scenario with different characters. So I'm going to reach out to that viewer, and I'm going to ask them to give me those characters, the equipment and everything, and I'm going to run them through this, essentially, so they can go run for a couple of sessions and try to rescue Valeros and Kyra. Now, the neat part is you'll get to see how some other characters play, but you also get to see that you can lose sometimes. And we didn't technically, die when we lost, because no one really had to draw when they couldn't. I only took 1 damage, so I can actually just go like boop boop. In fact, I could have recharged the half plate to avoid the damage. But the point is that Valeros is alive. We won't worry about fixing the items and everything. That's not a big deal. Yeah, don't worry about that. All you have to worry about is whether or not the new party will succeed. So you probably know who I'm talking about if you're you, but I'll try to reach out in the comments anyway. And if anyone else has any a party that you want to submit, feel free. Maybe we'll do a vote on it or something. But either way, we lost, but we didn't die. So the adventure continues. But as always, live free, game hard. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to like and subscribe. It's great. I'd be happy if you did. I enjoy making these videos, and it seems like some of you at least enjoy watching them, so I super appreciate it. Definitely won't be like a 2-week break between this one, promise. And yeah, I'll see you next time.